Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our discussion. My name is Uraya Chikwetu. I'm a legal practitioner based in Harare, Zimbabwe. Some few days ago, I made a proposal to the members of the public on various social media platforms where I invited the members of the public to contribute to a course outline on the establishment of family trust in Zimbabwe. I've invited the members of the public to suggest topics on establishment of family trust in Zimbabwe. I have received various suggestions, and I have consolidated the suggestions in a draft course outline, which I'm going to share here. I encourage you to watch the whole presentation so that you can also further suggest the shaping of this course outline. You can suggest the removal of certain topics or the addition of new topics, because we are still open to new suggestions. Feel free to suggest further topics or to suggest the removal of certain topics we have included in this draft course outline. For those who have contributed, I thank you so much. For those who have not yet contributed, I encourage you to do so. Once again, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Global Justice Talk exists to ensure that the victims of injustice find their way back to happy life again. And also, we believe in the idea that the law must be less foreign to everyone. And the law of trust is one of the laws that must be less foreign to everyone. And this law is very important in that it assists people to manage their estates. It is a very important estate planning tool in our jurisdiction. Thank you. Enjoy. Watch the whole discussion as you watch the 9 suggested topics and what falls under each of those topics. Thank you. Let's enjoy. Once again, welcome to our discussion. As has been indicated in the intro, our discussion is focusing on this draft course outline on family trusts in Zimbabwe. In other words, we are discussing the establishment of family trusts in Zimbabwe. It's a course that we are going to deliver in various formats. I'm going to indicate the formats in the slides below, but as has been highlighted up there, I have requested from you the input on the topics you want covered in this discussion. So here with the slides, which are going to assist you to further contribute into the shaping of the course outline. We have identified about 9 topics that we must discuss about this topic. It is very important that you watch this video, because everyone in society wants the best for his or her children, whether you are a mother or a father, a grandparent, a grandmother. We all need the best for our kids. So it's very important that you watch this to the end. You may be a professional who want to deepen his or her knowledge about this subject area. It's very important that you watch these you watch the whole video so that you can further contribute to the shaping of this course outline. This is just a draft. It's not a full document. I thought if I can create a framework, then everyone is supposed to participate by contributing to how this document can be fine-tuned so that we actually deliver the information as per your requests. The course overview is very simple. This course is designed to provide you with a deep understanding of family trusts in Zimbabwe. Whether you are an individual looking to secure your family's future or a professional seeking to expand your knowledge, this course will equip you with the essential information needed to establish and manage family trust effectively. So I encourage you to keep watching as we discuss the other slides. What are the course objectives? Upon completion of this course, you'll be able to define and understand family trusts and the key concepts that are involved. You will also be able to identify various uses or applications or benefits of a family trust. Upon completion, you will also be able to understand the essential elements required to establish a valid family trust. Upon completion, you are rest assured that you'll be able to understand the roles and the responsibilities and the powers of the trustees. Again, after completion, you are also guaranteed, or you are also going to understand the rights and the remedies available to trust beneficiaries. At the same time, you also be able to discuss the procedure for varying and revoking and discharging a family trust. After the completion, you will also be able to identify the necessary provisions to be included in a family trust document. You will also be able to understand the registration process for trusts in Zimbabwe. At the same time, you will also be able to determine as to which of the various professionals in Zimbabwe is allowed to lodge the trust deed for its registration. After going through the whole course, you will also be able to analyze a sample trust deed and understand its key provisions or components. At the same time, and finally, you will also be able to understand the various philosophical justifications for trust, for establishment of trust in Zimbabwe. So in other words, you get to pick a number of philosophies and then be able to link the best philosophy that advance the agenda for family trust in Zimbabwe. So these are the objectives. Then the various course modules, or what we call the various topics that we are going to discuss under the course. First of all, we will discuss introduction to family trust. This is just an introductory topic. You will be assisted in defining a family trust, and also you'll be assisted in understanding how trusts come into life and their origins. You will also be able to understand the key benefits or applications or uses of family trusts. And then we'll close this module with an understanding of the misconceptions about family trust in our society. Then in module number 2, which is topic number 2, we are going to focus on the key essentials required for the establishment of a family trust. Like I have indicated, this is just a draft. You may also suggest some addition to this module. One of the key elements is the settler, the trust property, the trustee, the beneficiary, lawful trust object, and the trust object. These are the topics that will be covered under module 2, which is the essentials of a family trust. But we can expand this through your contribution. The course outline is still open for inputs from you, and I encourage you to offer your suggestions. And then we move to module number 3, which is the role of a trustee. So the focus of this module is to assist the attendants or the parents or grandparents of those professionals about the appointment and the removals of trustees, the duties and the powers of trustees. This will be dealt in detail in this topic. If you feel that there is something that we need to add here, don't hesitate. Include that in the comment section on this platform. Then we move to the next module, which is the rights and the remedies of beneficiaries. You find that the beneficiaries of a trust would have been identified in the trust deed, and also their rights and the remedies are also provided. We also look at the protection of minor beneficiaries in the trust deed. You'll find that the beneficiaries may be below the age of 18 years, and those need some protection. And normally, the trust deed will provide for that. If you feel that there are some additions we are to put on this module, you are free to contribute in the comments section. And then we look at the variation, revocation, and discharge of a trust. We'll basically look at the grounds for variation, the procedures for variation, and how the trust can be discharged. If you feel that there are some additions to this topic, you are free to contribute. We are still in the formative stage of preparing the course. Any input is still welcome at this stage. Then we'll look at drafting a trust deed. We'll look at the essential provisions in a trust deed, the tax implications of trust deeds, common pitfalls in drafting trust deeds, and the review of a sample trust deed. Once again, we invite you to suggest more points or changing the topic altogether. We are still open for that. Then we look at the module 7, which is the registration and administration of trusts. We look at which institutions is responsible for registration of trusts in Zimbabwe. We also look at the role of the Master of High Court, tax implications of trust administration, and then record-keeping requirements for trusts. You can also suggest some topics on this area. We are still open, and we welcome those suggestions. Then we look at module number 8, which look at the professional advice and ethical considerations. We look at the role of legal and financial advisors with regard to trust and the establishment of trust in Zimbabwe. We look at the ethical considerations for trustees and advisors, and also the best practices in trust administration. Once again, you can suggest some further ideas in this area. We are still open. We are still inviting you to contribute. This is just a framework. It's just a draft, which is assisting us to discuss and shape the course so that we capture everything, so that whenever you go out there, you can be able to do your work, or your idea of trust establishment without any problem. Then we will have the last module, or the last topic, which is philosophical justification for family trust. Here we have identified the various philosophies from the field of philosophy, and I think from this menu you can be able to pick which of these philosophies best fit family trust. But we are going to canvas the ideas that are found in these various philosophies, so that you can understand as to which of these, as to what these philosophies mean. But obviously, at the end, you can be able to pick the justification for establishment of family trust based on the ideas we would have provided. If you think that there are some philosophies that we left, you can suggest, or you can send us the information in the comment section, or on the numbers that we have provided in various places on this platform. Then we think this is the end of the discussion of the course outline. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can send us messages on the numbers on the screen, or you can call. We also encourage you to subscribe, like, follow, or share and comment. But one thing that I also want to indicate is that the formats of this course, we are suggesting that the course will come in the form of videos, PDF formats, or physical events. But we are going to start with the online thing. We can have a live event on some of the social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube. But at the same time, we'll also write a document that we'll share on PDF. We'll also have physical events which we can host, but these events will also attract some fees, which the users may be asked to pay before we host the event. Thank you so much. I encourage you to subscribe. If you are watching this on Global Justice Talk on YouTube, if you are watching on Facebook, we encourage you to follow the page. If you are watching on TikTok, we also encourage you to follow the page. Thank you so much.